Today we attack as a small ranger force. Our objective is to seize a farm in the middle of the map, and we are supported by 2 priests. Our infantrymen are mostly allied rangers. They're highly experienced and highly motivated. My plan is twofold. First and foremost, we take an overwatch position here, which will allow us to suppress the enemy down at the farm, and then later on we will advance with the main force to engage in close combat. Our forces are quick to meet the enemy, and our infantrymen start to suppress the enemy down in the farm. There aren't a lot of troops present, but that may change due to the low visibility of the hill. As time goes on, they will expose themselves. I order my mortars and my HMGs to deploy on the hill so that they may fully utilize their equipment. And meanwhile, at the bridgehead, I get my infantry to move up instead of my priests. This way, I can hopefully keep these things alive for a little bit longer. They cost less than tanks, although they are more fragile. I set up my infantry in a fairly good position, covering the main door to the farm. It looks like there aren't really many AT guns near this location, so I decide to move up the bulk of my force. Meanwhile, I bring up my infantry from our overwatch position and move them forward. I keep the mortars and the HMGs there. The priests actually got stuck in the middle of this field. It's a good thing they have the little bipod gun on top, or else they would have been rendered useless. So instead I had to breach the complex with just the infantry, leading to quite a costly engagement. At first things looked good. I pause here and assemble my forces for an assault on the main building. Most of the Italian infantrymen are cowards, so they go down fairly easily. However, when we actually approach the main building's windows and doors, the enemy reacts and slaughters about half the squad. So I had to call in some more troops to assault the building. This time I figured I might as well do it on the other side. There are actually some remnants of the first squad. They didn't all actually bail, so overall they managed to keep the enemy inside the building, and they ultimately surrendered when they saw the second squad. It turns out there was only 1 man left inside the building. There's still a little bit of resistance a little while back inside the little stables or townhouses or whatever, so I call up some more infantry, and so do my enemies. The Italians have tons of infantry. It's a good thing we still maintain this position just outside of the main gate. So now I have to conduct another breaching operation, even though the enemy is so close with reinforcements. I use both squads simultaneously this time, just so that I can kind of maintain a little bit more force. I always breach, see what's up, and then plan the assaults. I figured there might have been a few enemies inside that building to the left, and I figured this building would have been a good idea, but it turns out the door was on the other side, so I ultimately gave them the retreat order.
Yes, sir.
The smoke from the explosions should have hopefully kept my men relatively concealed, and it turns out there were quite a few troops inside here. Somehow one of the troops survived, and it was just kind of a messy place to be. I still had one more squad left, so I positioned them in the second floor of the villa. This way they can help support the other platoon out inside the field. And since the situation has stabilized, I figured I could use this squad to breach another building. The other squad is busy shooting somebody at our flanks, so I figured I might as well let them. Now that both of these positions are occupied, we technically have control of our objectives, so I end the mission here, seeing as the enemies cannot push forward. Well, this is Pew Pew Choo Choo, and I hope you enjoy another combat mission for Sicily AAR. I'll see you guys later. You know, like the video, subscribe, all of that. Nah, I don't really care. Bye-bye!